Hello everyone, welcome to Canteen Cup. My name is Scott. How's everybody today? Over here in Georgia, the weather is cloudy and cool. Temperature gauge, outside temperature gauge on my truck says it's 48 degrees outside. It's gonna be a good day. Today I'm heading up into North Georgia to a Viking meetup with Shield Maiden. She's putting one somewhat in my neck of the woods, but one of the main reasons why I'm going up there is I'm thinking about starting a group in my area. A lot of the other groups that are in Georgia, especially up in North Georgia, are not really feasible due to Atlanta and Atlanta traffic and Atlanta chaos. And so really what I'm looking for is to get up there and talk to her. She is the Southeast coordinator for the Viking groups, and trying to establish a meetup or a group in my area and not interfere with other people's groups. You know, while it's okay to have different groups, you don't want to have too many groups because then it splinters the opportunities for people to meet. So I've kind of picked a geographic area that nobody else has really chosen yet, and maybe I can help the Vikings in that area, that we can get together and start a group. So I'm interested in that. I'm also interested in trying to establish some communications links with the different Vikings. I don't know how well that'll go, but if I can find enough ham radio operators amongst the different groups, you know, we can set up a net and some other type of training to where if things do go bad, that the different groups in the different areas will be able to communicate with one another. I think that's important, not just because I'm a communicator, but I think it's important that we have alternate means of staying in touch with one another, even if it's, you know, just basic communication, so that we can support, each group can support a different group if we need to be. In other words, if one group is in an area that is compromised, then maybe a nearby group can go and get them out of that area in mass, so to speak. And so if the cell phones and the internet and everything else is down, how do you do that? And so it's just something to think about. And again, I have no set agenda, no set plans. I'm just going up there, you know, to see what's what and see if that possibility exists. I hope it does, because I think it'd be good for the Vikings in general. And while I'm driving on the road, I still have a ways to go. So today will probably be a bunch of short takes while I'm traveling and while I'm at the meet. And so I'm trying to, you know, put together I don't know, maybe not too long a video, but at least enough to report back to you what I've discovered and on the way back. And so it should be, at the minimum, it should be a lot of fun, and I'm hoping to meet some new people and to, you know, maybe find some people that are in my geographical area that maybe we can start forming a group, you know, down by me. Again, for us in Georgia, it's not so much distance, it's just that in the northwestern part of the state there is Atlanta, and it does create quite a bit of trouble when you talk about people getting together. Just traveling through Atlanta can add a couple of hours to your drive time, just depending on, you know, where you're starting from and where you're going. So anyhow, it should be fun, and I'll post more, you know, as we go on. So stay tuned for more. This is Scott, Canteen Cup. Alright everyone, well, I am back, and just got done with the Viking Meetup. up in Ellijay, Georgia. It was a good meeting. Met some new people, learned a few new things. Generally enjoyed myself. I did put it out, and this will be a you hear it here first, is that I am forming a group, another Viking group. It'll be in an area pretty much between Atlanta and the Talladega National Park, or the Talladega Mountains. As far north as Rome, and as far south as somewhere like Montgomery, Alabama, over into Georgia and above. I chose that geographical area, and I did it in coordination with Shield Maiden to give a good area that would not be encumbered by heavy traffic if there was an exodus from Atlanta, and an area that was broad enough to capture a few people until maybe they can split off into a smaller group, but still be able to, where we'd still be able to help one another. So I am going to form it. The first meetup I hope will be in January. I have yet to pick a location. More than likely the name is going to be the Outlanders Viking Group. It's the best one I can think of. It doesn't mean that can't change later. But we are going to do it, or I'm going to do it. And hopefully it looks like I have 3 or 4 people that are interested right now, and that we will continue to help grow the group so that we can support one another. I'm kind of talking a little bit off the cuff right now because it's a little bit late. The sun's going down, and I wanted to capture a little more video before it got too dark. And I'm not sure what this looks like now. I'm on my GoPro, so I don't have a screen to see what I look like. So hopefully you can still see me at least for a little while. I have my dog Obi with me today. He has been training as a service dog. He did a very good job. He's a good dog, and he's going to be great once I get him fully trained. But right now he's just 6 months old, so I cut him some slack. He's just a puppy, albeit a 70-pound puppy, but he is a good dog. So one of the things I wanted to talk about in the next couple minutes is, you know, some of my philosophy about my future group, or our future group. I don't plan on always be the leader. I'll do it for as long as necessary, but at least for now I wanted to give us something to chew on. And one is I am not a big fan of what I call doom porn. That is, everybody worried about every conceivable thing that could happen, and just fret over it and sweat over it and worry it to death. You know, all that fret and worry, all that does is make you miserable. I'm not a fan of it. I don't propagate it. I try to put a stop to it when I can, because that's not important. So in looking at my group, I'm hoping that we can concentrate on the 4 basics that I pretty much say over and over and over again, and that is, do you have enough food? Do you have enough water? Can you maintain sanitary conditions? And can you defend your family? That's what I want to work on. If we can take care of those 4 things sufficiently, then it doesn't matter what the doom porn or the doom soap opera stuff happens, because you'll be prepared. So instead of worrying about the doom and gloom of preparing, we just prepare ourselves. And I guarantee you that if you make the basic preparations, you'll be prepared for everything. Some of the stuff that I see associated with doom porn is that you have to buy things, and you have to buy special things to handle that specific circumstance, which, you know, probably is not going to happen. And so you're spending money that you should be allocating to something else like food, water, sanitation, or defense. And so I want us to stay grounded as we can in those basic principles as we move forward and as we try to help each other. On the outside of that, I do have two other guiding principles that I want to incorporate into the group, and one of those is that we develop a workable communications plan both within our group and talking to other groups. And so we will work on that as a group, and we will develop a plan that we can do together that we will use. And that's the whole thing. I have made many communications plans as a communicator. However, if nobody's going to follow the plan, then is it really a plan? So, this is going to be a group thing that we're going to work on, refine, redefine again until we get where we want it. And the other principle I want to talk about is being able to help our brothers and sister Vikings. If they have to transit through our area, how can we help them along the way? That we do something, and I'm not sure what that'll be, but that we have some resources available that we can help fellow Vikings if they have to transit through our area and they are caught off guard, unawares, and need some of our assistance. So those are the I guess that's the 6 principles I want to start thinking about for my group, our group, and other groups are welcome to steal, borrow, whatever to help them get better. But I think by starting with the basic stuff, and then we can move on to other stuff, that we will be a better prepared group. We will be better prepared to serve each other, and we will be better prepared
turn right toward Talking Rock and Resaca
to serve other groups. So that's all I got for now. Like I said, it's getting a little dark. I'm not sure how well this YouTube's gonna come out, but it's getting a little dark, and so I'll put some more content out later on. So that's all I have for now, and thank you for everybody that was at the meetup today. I appreciated chatting with the people. I look forward to working with some of you that are interested in joining this group. And for now, stay safe and stay secure. And we'll see you out there.